Police officer doesn't have spare tire to help stranded driver, so he calls his mom for backup. If you have a car, the feeling of being stranded and helpless on the side of the road will most likely be a familiar one. The young driver Treyshawn Coleman just recently got his driver's license and had to endure a bit of car trouble recently. While the young man was driving in Biloxi, Mississippi in his pickup truck, one of the tires simply popped off the vehicle without warning. He was able to move the car somewhat to the side, but he was still blocking traffic on the relatively busy Highway 90. Unfortunately, the driver didn't have a spare tire and was completely helpless. Treyshawn then decided to get help and notified his mom Sharon Berry along with emergency services, who told him that he just had to sit tight. Sharon was on her way to the scene, but it would take a while before she got there. In the meantime, the stationary car was blocking a severe amount of traffic and it could even be considered dangerous at one point. Luckily, it didn't take long before first responders arrived, and they quickly made sure that the traffic situation wouldn't escalate any further. An ambulance arrived and the workers positioned it a couple of yards before Treyshawn's pickup to notify other drivers of the predicament. Shortly after the ambulance made its way to the scene, police officer Victor Takertick from Biloxi arrived to help the young man out. Unfortunately, without a spare tire, there just wasn't much that Officer Takertick could do. It wasn't a small technical defect. They would absolutely need a spare tire to get this truck moving again. The man had one final idea left, which would definitely be able to resolve the situation quickly. The Biloxi police officer decided to call his own mother and asked her to come to the scene with his own spare tire. A selfless and heartwarming act of kindness, and it didn't take long before Officer Takertick installed his own personal tire onto Treyshawn's Chevy S10. The man's family later called him an angel from God. Treyshawn's mom took pictures of their encounter and posted them on Facebook. This man had God all over him. In this man's line of work, I ask God to protect and watch over him each and every day, the woman says about Treyshawn. We didn't get the EMS attendants' names, but they were awesome, also. They stayed right there until Victor got there. People, I tell you to think about how nice these people were. You don't have to go around saying I am a Christian. Let your work speak for itself, and it did in Biloxi yesterday. Treyshawn's grandmother Shirley was also full of praise. My grandson broke down on Highway 90 in Biloxi yesterday, and I have never experienced an officer as nice as Officer Victor and the ambulance officers. That was an angel from God. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Biloxi PD. The post on Facebook also managed to gather some attention from the community. You're right about it. There's some officers that take their jobs serious and aren't bad. We salute Officer Victor of Biloxi and police officers that truly service with honors and respect. Stephanie Freeburgs commented, this police officer went above and beyond when he responded to a traffic call by providing the helpless driver with his own spare tire, selflessly. Thanks to him and his kind mom, this young driver was quickly able to resume his path. Please share this heart-touching story with your friends and family and subscribe our channel for more.